Now I gotta make sure I find chat. Now I gotta make sure I find chat. Hey, it's chat. It is chat. Hello. Guess who didn't sleep at all? I did that thing where, oh, I gotta wake up early and sleep is extra important. And so my body's just like, nah, you're putting pressure on the sleep. Time to not do that. But hello. An error occurred. Y'all are seeing me okay, right? YouTube Studios telling me that nothing is working. But you're all responding to me, so I assume that it's working. Thirsty. Yeah, I didn't sleep on my Helix mattress. As I've said in some promos, my sleep is a lot better. But there are still those nights. I'm just glad they're the exception instead of the norm. So I very comfortably laid there for like 5 hours. So, how many of y'all are expecting Gen 10? Because, like, Pokemon Champions and Pokopia are a given. There's gonna be news about Fire Red and Leaf Green, even though, like, it's already out and everything. Or close to it. And everyone knows about it. But, there's probably gonna be an anime or movie-related something. Updates for mobile games. Wow. But Gen 10. I'm betting a lot that there's going to be Gen 10 something because I've spent me and one of my editors have spent the last 2 days cramming a video based on leaks. So fingers crossed the leaks are real because we're planning on releasing a big hour-long deep dive into the Gen 10 games based on what the leaks say they are. And if this doesn't confirm it, then that video won't come out yet. But, yeah. Jack Black shows up as a guest. What Pokemon would Jack Black voice? I could see him being a really, really wacky Primeape. Expecting Fire Red and Leaf Green home integration. Probably. It'd be weird if they didn't. But then again, I'm also just curious if they're going to leave in some of the stuff that like they specifically left out in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Like that weird pervert guy that hangs out outside of Erica's gym. Like in Fire Red and Leaf Green, he's originally all like, "Ooh, this gym's great. It's full of women," as he's just like peering inside the window. But then I think in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they changed him to just be like, "This gym's full of strong trainers." I'm curious if they're gonna leave in the original. I have heard that rumor, Chris. From what I've seen from the leaks, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen the leaks, but it's pretty convincing. Like if they are fake, it is the most effort anyone has put into a fake leak. What are y'all hoping for starters? Like, what kind of animals? I know lots of folks want like a water monkey or a water cat because we got fire and grass of both of those. So water would just give us a trio of cat and monkey. There's a trio of birds, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We got all three types of birds. With generative AI, I'm sure those leaks took maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, but at the same time, like it was in-engine videos, and then like the 3D model of the region in like what looks very much like from my trained eyes of like knowing behind the scenes game dev stuff. It looked very convincing. But yeah, we'll see. A fire turtle starter. Polar bear. Yeah, I want a bear. I want bear starter. I would love a bug type starter. Part of me worries that they would never do that just because bug is such a specific type that they don't even give it to legendaries aside from Genesect, which is technically mythical. A cassowary as a grass type. That's yeah. Give us some land birds. Birds that forgot how to bird. It is odd that there are no bug type legendaries. Yeah, aside from bug type Arceus, yes. But that's that's being a little Yeah, bug is it's one of those types that like grass is just better bug, you know? In the meta, like everything bug does, grass just does better. There's like very, very extremely niche uses for bug. I think Wolfie did a video about that that was actually really good. Because it's like the one bug type to ever be in like a top 10 champion of the year team wasn't even a bug type. It was, I don't remember which Pokemon, but it terrestrialized into bug to like remove some of its weaknesses or something like that to specifically counter another Metamon. I don't remember the details, but yeah, it's like it's the first time bug has ever been notable in the meta, and it's a non-bug Pokemon terrestrializing into it, which is just it's just funny. It's just not a good type, and so I don't. That's part of why I don't think they're going to make a starter be bug type because the starter's got to be good generally, at least from like a not as experienced perspective. They can't all be Incineroar. Yeah, it was bug type Iron Hands. Like one of the strongest stinking dudes. But yeah, I love bug types. Bugs are really cool. Except for spiders. I don't like spiders. They spook me. Little jumping spiders are cute though. This is like the line of spiders goes from like, yeah, it's really cute to terrifying, and those two are like really close on the whole spectrum. Like 90% of spiders are terrifying to me. But then there's those 10. Real good. They should buff ice, especially if, or I'm getting fanon stuff that I'm working on confused with real. I'm working on like a little one-off video about a region based in the Arctic Circle kind of thing. So as you can imagine, lots of bugs, lots of ice. See, no sleep. Waking up. Tarantulas are like spiders, but bears. That is a good way of looking at them. Tarantulas are another one that don't spook me. Tarantulas and jumping spiders. I guess fluffy ones. I'm fine with the fluffy ones. But yeah, actually, I got another video. That's just it's one video covering all of the spider Pokemon, and when it came to like gathering the resources for it, like all the stock footage and images that we're going to show in the video, I couldn't. Thankfully, my wife is also super into nature science and animal sciences, and so she was very helpful and very lovely and grabbed all of the stock footage and stuff that we needed for that video. I just get creeped out by them. Oh, thank you, Greenscale Kingdom. You didn't have to do that. We're just having fun, but I super appreciate it. My hope is to see a wolf, dragon, and bat starter. I would love a bat. I love bats. Which is funny. We're talking about spooky animals. Bats are also often seen as spooky, but I stinking love them. They're one of my favorites. Lobsters are like spiders, but water. Yeah, and they're also not creepy. There's one crab species that is a little creepy, but most of them aren't. Am I interested in making more Digimon videos? I'm interested. Though, I don't know, we're kind of struggling views-wise and all that. And the Digimon video didn't help. So, if we do, it would have to be like a one very, very big thing. Kind of like a every original Digimon explained kind of thing. Which we might do. Most of them are pretty simple. And then the, like, ultimate level ones are very complex. But yeah, a grass-type fruit bat. I would love that. Though, funnily, fruit bats are my least favorite bats. I like the creepy ones with the huge ears and the pig noses and the little teeth. My fourth alarm is going off. What are my thoughts on the humanoid Digimon? I think if Pokemon ever did that, it would be kind of... But it makes sense in Digimon's lore, and so... While I think it's a little weird for a monster to just be a person in cosplay, it makes sense given Digimon's lore. 4 minutes? Bats are like birds, but first? Did bats evolve first? No. Thank you so much, Robert Wolf. Hey, Lockstin, would you want Game Freak to revive any beta Pokemon or unused designs? Yes, I stinking love that peanut dinosaur that they canceled for Gen 6. Peanut dinosaur. Maybe save it for like a North Africa region, since North Africa grows so many peanuts. Peroni Papura, love you, Lockstin. Well, I love you too. Thank you so much. And Zayden would love just more mythical creatures as Pokemon, like Pegasus as an example. Yeah. And little yokai, folktale creatures. Egad. If the convincing leaks I was talking about earlier, I'm still not going to spoil it for those who don't know, but if it is true, then, like, egad, the mythology of that part of the world is so... like, if you thought yokai were weird... I'm excited to see what they do with the local cryptids in Pokemon, if leaks are true. Some guy named Bob. Is your name actually Bob? Thank you so much for the super chat, even though it's blank. So it has that weird emoji-looking pear guy. I'll consider that a call for me to take a sip. How? And another one. Gen Z. The Gen Zinator! How about a starter cycle that has the type they're weak to in the trio, like a water type that gets grass? I have always loved that idea. A part of me doubts they'd ever do it, but it would be really, really cool. Also, we just need another water grass type. Is the Lotad line still the only water grass type through its whole evolution? Gengar, thank you. I really don't want to be a doomer. I'm trying so hard, but the last few years of Pokemon have just beaten down my sense of hope again and again. That's fair. I do think the online discourse about Pokemon games is much. Like, it's a game, guys. Stop putting your souls into it. Just let people enjoy things, even if they're ugly. I mean, pugs. People love pugs and other dogs. They're ugly. Malice Alice McGee, don't get a chance to watch lives often, but I love the channel and hopes this helps support it. It does. Thank you so much. I approve. I appreciate your brilliance, brain emoji, says Gina Bina. Or is it Gina Bina? I like your avatar, Gina Bina. Little shiny Spinda drawing. Any second now. The premiere will begin shortly. Do let me know of the audio level. Oh gosh, I just realized I might not have OBS set to grab the audio from this. I couldn't think of a fast way of testing. We'll find out. Let's see. Sure, a Smash Bros. Music. Will that give me sound test? Whoa, I can't even hear it. Uh-oh. I should have done my sound check stuff. Oh no. Okay, headphones off, headphones on. I am not a professional streamer. Hey, sound stuff I can test. Yeah, and y'all aren't getting any of that. It's also very loud. Okay, OBS. Let's, in 30 seconds, figure out how you work. Advanced audio properties. Nameless, thank you. Who wants a Germany or Ireland inspired region? Me? $10.98. Display capture properties. But how do I tell it to grab the sound from it? Heat. I imagine the first 10 minutes of this aren't going to be important anyway. Do 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 do. Monitor. Ah. No? It's Pokemon Day. Hmm. Well, if y'all have to leave to actually watch the stream, I don't blame you. Because having now read through a checklist of everything to find out why OBS isn't grabbing the audio, everything looks like it should be working. Eevee boy, hey Lockstin, how would you feel about a normal type evolution that's sort of the true evolution when not evolving due to unstable DNA? I would love that. Sound? Pause the live stream. Like, it's giving me sound. It's definitely OBS. OBS is saying no sound. Filters, properties, default. Oh, is it working now? I didn't even change anything in the settings. I just went into the settings. Okay. I missed your super chat. I was digging through settings. Oh, that's a lot of toilet emojis.
I'm Junichi Masuda.
I'd kill for a Texas-based region, says David Reader. I would too. WanderGirl108, thank you again so much. Hey Luck, is it cool if I use your gym idea you posted for Sun and Moon in a fanfic? Fanfic? It's fairly one-to-one, and I'd give you full credit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have no issue with that. Oh, that's really cute! Wait a sec. No, I don't want to go back. That looked really cute.
Hello, Pokemon trainers, and happy Pokemon Day. I'm Chris Brown.
Sonic Jr., would you ever consider remastering Radiance, your ancient Tales of... Oh, my old Tales of Names video. You know? Maybe. I need more short video ideas. Oh yes, double caption. Get out of here.
Competitors in the video game championships will battle for the first time in Pokemon Champions.
Yeah, which is probably coming out later today, right?
Pokemon trading card game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite. Each of the final matches of these.
Oh, is that little Game Boy thing just like a music player?
An arena that's
like hip clips.
Last year's finals.
Who remembers those?
We started on a mission to create the most
I remember when those were new.
For our competitors
and even as like a 6-year-old, I thought it was dumb.
We saw an opportunity to expand even further and deliver a
yeah, I'm going to spend
experience
like $10 on half of a song.
And celebrating their fandom. As we celebrate 30 years of Pokemon, we invite all of you to the inaugural Pokemon XP event. Fans of all ages can expect fun activities, including interactive exhibits, pin trading, cosplay showcases, unique panels, hands-on workshops, exciting partner collaborations, and of course, visiting the Pokemon Center pop-up store. To celebrate this new experience,
I still have yet to go to a physical Pokemon Center store.
At a truly special piece of art,
I am old. I'm in my 30s, man.
World Championships.
That's why I grew a mustache. I'm 30 now. I gotta look the part.
In San Francisco or from home on our live stream. We can't wait to see you this August.
Cuckoo. Here's hoping for a new mystery dungeon. Fingers crossed. I would love that, but gosh, do I doubt it. He's doing a little pose. Oh, have you seen some of the like 30th anniversary merch? There's like a plush that is based on the original Pikachu sprite. So it's all black and white and it's like square, pixely, but it's still like, you know, it's a Pikachu plush. It's really cute and I love it. Yeah, hang on. Shaming me for remembering hip clips when celebrating the 30th anniversary of Pocket Monsters? Like, I grew up with this. I was 5. I was literally 5 years old when Pokemon first came to the US. like the younger end of the target demographic. Was that a look at the Pokemon world?
A huge range of Pokemon that have appeared in Pokemon Go so far will return.
That's good.
And there's a 2-day Pokemon Go tour event starting tomorrow. We also have a promo code to share.
Up the video audio. Will do.
Here.
He looks all classic and stuff.
Let your curiosity shine! Like a twinkling star! Pokemon Masters EX.
Oh, the Draco's adorable. Were most of them not in already? Must be just like an event if they're more common. No? Okay. Maybe they're adding them. The Milo tick. Oh. Yeah, a part of me wishes I played this just because of how cute all the art is. But I just don't have time for mobile games. My wife is playing Pokemon Sleep right now. Hashtag new missions.
To celebrate Pokemon Day, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno will be joining the fray.
Oh, as playable
The
characters?
magnificent power of
Oh,
the
yeah.
3 legendary bird Pokemon comes together. Soar stylishly into battle. You can participate in the event to unlock their Unite licenses. And even more Pokemon are scheduled to be added. Don't miss what's coming.
Pokemon Unite, another one I couldn't really get into. I played it a little bit. I'm just not into MOBAs, I guess. Oh, it's a baby. Everyone's favorite Pokegirl, Arvin. GameCube. XD, yes. Gale of Darkness. Rar. I wonder if XD holds up. I played it back in like 2010 or so, and even that was 5 years later, and it held up fine. I don't know about like 20-ish years later though. I do miss the animations. Game still holds up. Oh, it's before the like special.
Hello everyone, I'm
Split,
Utsunomiya from
though.
the Pokemon Company.
Hello.
I'd like to give you all some additional updates as we share the latest news on our games. First off,
The
we
color
have
filter you're
information regarding
using
the Pokemon Fire
is
Red
weird.
version and Pokemon
The
Leaf
red
Green
dots and
version
on the
games
plushes in the
coming to
background are too
Nintendo
strong.
Switch. The Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green games, remakes of the
I do
Pokemon
agree.
Red
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Pokemon
miss.
Green games
The
in
XD
Japan, were
animations
released
were
on Game
pretty
Boy
long,
Advance in
but they had
2004.
soul, you know?
Today, these games have been made available to play once
shorten
more
them.
as download exclusive titles on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. We also plan to make these titles compatible with Pokemon Home in the future.
Yay!
This way, you can bring Pokemon obtained in other Pokemon RPG series titles on adventures with you, or you can send Pokemon to visit Pokemon Champions. We hope you look forward to it. Next, we have some news about Pokemon Champions.
Cross-platform.
You wanna be the best, just a champ, move with chest, beat the rest. Oh yes, he a champ, she a champ, they a champ.
Ooh, I like their drawings.
For the winning, running with the team or your friends, go get it. Win or lose, great fun that we having. Win or lose, great fun that we building. Let's go. Champions game is all for one. Team ready, now we gonna be number one. Play it up, come up through we all. Champions game is all for one. Team ready, now we gonna be
I'm interested in what abilities they're gonna get when he wins. Later this year.
we the champ.
Later this year isn't later today.
Next up is news about the Mega Dimension DLC for the Pokemon Legends ZA game, the
Interesting.
newest title in the Pokemon series. Please take a look at this video.
What more could you have to say? Is there going to be like a update? There goes. For his neutral special, gun. Whoa, spoilies. You're gonna add DLC to the DLC? Oh, an event. It's just like an actual tournament, maybe. Oh, you know, I guess this is like the official reveal for a lot of the new megas in that game that didn't have one before. Or Jest of Garchomp.
A new Mega Evolution of Garchomp, Mega Garchomp Z, has been discovered.
Was it not available before?
This mystery gift will become
Oh,
available for the
the
Pokemon
Garchompite
Legends
or
ZA
whatever.
Mega Dimension DLC
Okay.
after this presentation concludes.
That
After claiming
deserves
this
2
gift,
minutes.
you'll be able to detect a special hyperspace distortion where you can encounter Mega Garchomp Z. You can obtain a Garchompite Z stone by winning a battle against Mega Garchomp Z in the special pocket of hyperspace. Next up, we have some news about Pokemon Pokopia.
Zip. Is that a Rotom? New Rotom forms.
Is that curious-looking stereo a Rotom?
Yeah, and it's
Did
cute.
it get enticed by the music and hop inside?
Yo!
It's really energetic and seems to go by DJ Rotom. What happens if you give it a CD in the game? It can help liven up the town with a variety of music. Ditto
Cute.
and the others are grooving to the beat too. Let's listen to DJ Rotom's specially selected tracks while I introduce you to the world of Pokemon Pokopia. Ditto first encounters Professor Tangrowth in a wasteland that was once a town. It seems like Ditto is working alongside other Pokemon to develop the town. Wow, they're sure fired up.
Wheat.
Of course, you can't give your all on an empty stomach.
Correct.
It looks like Riolu wants something to eat too.
Well, Riolu can go do some foraging then.
But how do you cook? Huh?
Agreedent.
That's Silhouette.
Its tail is like the giant adventurer's
A
backpack
Greedent
that always has like the
appeared.
pot and pan hanging on the
It
back.
sounds like everyone calls it Chef Dente.
Chef Dente.
Chef Dente can teach you how to cook all sorts of dishes. Each Pokemon has different foods they prefer.
Just like in Animal Crossing.
Some dishes will even power up
looks
your
really cute.
moves when you eat them. This will make it even
Koku,
easier
thank you
to
for the
develop
$5.
the town.
Plot twist. You can buy CDs from the 2BA Master album.
Try bringing Pokemon you've befriended on an outing. In multiplayer mode, you can visit other players' towns. You can play with up to 3 other people. First, let's play some hide and seek. I wonder where everyone's hiding. Ah, there you are. There's someone here, too. But where's the last one?
Inside Executor.
Whoa! You can transform into objects, too.
Oh, yeah, because you did that.
That was a fun game of hide and seek. By working together, you could even build something this big.
It's very, Minecraft Dragon Quest monsters.
Together, you can develop a
Or
town
builders. Yeah, Dragon Quest builders.
or go on far-off adventures. New encounters may await you as well.
Meow.
Every day, the world gets bigger and bigger. Developing a town, one step at a time. Pokemon Pokopia. Available on March 5th.
That's in a week. I don't have time for this game. But gosh, is my wife planning on fiending it? Going goblin mode on it?
Pokemon Pokopia releases next week on Thursday, March 5th. We hope you enjoy working with Pokemon to develop a town from the ground up. Today, we covered all of the information you see here.
And now we have one more announcement.
We'd like to end our presentation today with one final video for you all.
Come on.
Thank you for tuning in.
I hear the beach. So far, so good. And there's Gen 4. And there's Gen 5, all in a cute little sketchbook. I like how their art style, I like their artwork is improving with each gen. That's a really good touch, because they're getting older and more experienced. That's really, really nice. There's 9, 10, Ocean. Hey, Pikachu. Sea and Sky. Wind and Wave. And the announcement is there's 2 new cosplay Pikachus. That is it. Game Freak. Yeah! Yeah! And it looks like a game! New engine! Just confirm. Okay, tropical, yes. Those are the right kinds of buildings. Yeah, it's definitely... The leak was right. It's Southeast Asia. It's Indonesia. First time in the Southern Hemisphere. First time in a third world country. Also, volcanoes everywhere. Lizard, dog, bird. Oh, it's a little Pomeranian! Oh no! You're fine, you're just gonna burn the Pomeranian! Pombon. Oh, but the gecko's so cute! I am not a dog person normally, but I love Pomeranians. Yeah, underwater. That's the main deal. Leaks were true, it's Indonesia. Winds and waves? Yeah! Alright, okay. If you want, chat, you can stick with me. I'm going to, like, start looking into these starter designs. They seem pretty basic. Was that just like a stormy sea sound effect to end? Yeah, Pom Bomb is a cassette beast. A part of me worries that that's going to stir up controversy because it's one letter away from the cassette beast that is also literally just a Pomeranian with fluffy fur like that. But, yeah, okay. No legendaries, but we got the starters. We got Bird. It's just... Oh, it's going to be... Let's see. If I had to guess, what is that bird called? Bird with knob on head. Indonesian bird with knob on head. Images. No, not the cassowary. Well, no, it might not be that the bird I'm thinking of. What is it? What was it called? I'm gonna go to the script that I was writing. Maleo. Let's look at Maleo under images. Look at these birds. So like, they're. Can you see that? Let's check OBS. So look at these birds. They got this knob on their head, which is pretty unique, first of all. But the other cool thing about them is they don't incubate their eggs themselves. They lay their eggs and bury them in areas with high geothermal activity. So like the ground itself is warm to incubate their eggs for them. That could be a thing, especially that knob on the head. I guess if you took these leaves and just kind of took this leaf and beak combo and just inverted it, the beak would like become the knob on the top of the head. Just a theory, of course. It's a basic enough of a chick that it could kind of go anywhere. Part of me is thinking, though, just the vibes I'm getting from it is that it's going to stay a land bird. Yeah, Pomeranian and gecko. Where are Pomeranians from originally? Where are Pomeranians originally from? Germany and Poland. Right, they descend from Samoyeds. And Samoyeds come from Siberia. It's kind of like the opposite of fire. It'll be interesting to look into that. Uh-oh, where did chat go? Chat, where are you? There you are. A cassowary. A cassowary or emu would be like superb. I don't know. Those feel like such basic birds to me. I guess cassowaries not so much. Emu are very basic. But okay, this changes some things, but not all the things. But yeah, for those of you who are disappointed in the starters, do remember, this happens literally every single gen. The starters are revealed, people don't like them, more is revealed over time, they grow on people, people fall in love with them. Every single time. Pombon Bomberanian says King and Commoner, thank you for the super chat. A part of me feels like they should probably try to avoid going in the bomb direction, just because that beasts. I guess now that you mention it, it could, from what we've seen, there's no real concrete, it is Indonesia. Like the leaks, well, we're all saying, like, yeah, it's Indonesia, here's the map. And you look at the map that got leaked, and it's literally Indonesia. But nothing in here explicitly says that. It very much could just... Well, no, because New Zealand doesn't have as many tinier islands all around it. Whereas that's Indonesia's whole deal. It has literally thousands and thousands of tiny islands. Gekwa supremacy, rah, says Juan Madriz. Thank you for the super chat. I'm excited for Too Much Water. But it's cool water, because you can explore all of it, it looks like. Zinthone, thank you for the super chat. Hope the water starter becomes a Galapagos iguana. Yes, that would be very cool. Because, yeah, right now it's just a little gecko. Right, I was trying to see if there's any, like, landmarks in particular. The other thing about the leaked region being Indonesia is it included Malaysia and Singapore and Timor-Leste and a tiny little bit of Australia also. Like the area around Darwin, Australia. So it's less Indonesia and more, it's Southeast Asia. The islands of Southeast Asia. Yo, look at the end of the vid. There was a single dark cloud on the right. A storm. Wait. Backing up. That building. With the lotus thing on top. Swirly swirl. That looks like a building that's in Singapore. Iconic buildings of Singapore. What am I thinking of? It's kind of like... Can I make you bigger and then put you on the stream? Open image in new tab. It's kind of like this thing. Super chat. Rowlett's distant cousin and Sobble 2.0. Let's go. Yes. But yeah, no, that doesn't feel too one inspired the other. Peacock from Indonesia is what you hope the final bird evolves into. Thanks for the super chat. What currency is IDR? That is not one. I know. Yeah, that's too big of a stretch. It's definitely not that. But like these buildings are very Southeast Asian with the like the thatch roofs like that. As a Singaporean, you would have to disagree. Cool. But yeah, Singapore was included in the leak of the region. But obviously only as one tiny part of it. Super chat. Thank you, Koku. Not disappointed. The starters just don't feel like they have a lot of defining features. Yeah. Like Rowlett had the thing inside the wings and the little bow tie. The gecko has lots of things. The Pomeranian is just kind of a Pomeranian. You know, like it's a Pomeranian with a little tuft of fur on top. Notably, I guess Finnegan technically is a fox, not a dog. But foxes are canid. So it is the second fire canid and a second grass bird and another water reptile. I love its eyeliner, though. Brout. Because it's got big leafy eyebrows. That's what those things leaves were. Yeah, look at this one cloud. It's dark and it's shaped like that. That is absolutely a thing. Like, okay, so it's a dragon. It's got a little beard, a little helmet thing, and a little spike on its tail. Right? You see that, right? It's like a, it's one of these guys. Open a new tab. Open image in new tab. It's one of these guys. Indonesian naga. That cloud. Yeah. In the video that we're working on right now, one of the lines I say is like, if I had to choose a single mythical beast to absolutely be in this game, it would be a naga. And like, I feel like that's a good hint to one. Naga are like extremely important in the whole mythos of the entire Southeast Asia. Brout. But yeah, graphically, this is like the prettiest Pokemon has been. Like, obviously, there are prettier games out there that run more efficiently and on weaker hardware. But still, I'm excited and I love it. You've seen them in Thailand, Naga and stuff. Yeah, Garuda too. Magmar is absolutely going to be in this game. He literally can't not. Any other clouds that look like things? No. Windmill. At one point I do say, there's definitely going to be windmills because Dutch. Because for those who don't know, Indonesia was a Dutch colony. for like 300 years or so. Okay, so that building also is very iconic, or like landmark looking. I don't immediately recognize it though. It could just be completely made up fantastical. Does this building remind anyone of anything? Iconic buildings of Indonesia. I always spell Indonesia wrong. Floating buildings in Southeast Asia. I just need something in here to latch on to Southeast Asia confirmed, you know? Otherwise, I don't want to release that video yet. Oh, that's neat. Shenzhen is... Open image in new tab. Shenzhen is working on this building right now. Oh, that's not a very good picture of it. But apparently this is a building that's being built right now. I'm gonna... Whoa, I just learned of a neat thing I didn't know I could do. But now... David Reader, thank you for the super chat. I wonder if there's going to be a Pokemon based off the Ahool. Ooh, that's not something I've heard of. What's the Ahool? A legendary cryptid. Oh, this is very similar to the Deela. It's like a less freaky Deela, which is also from Southeast Asia. Yeah, here's the Ahool. Come on. Here's the Ahool. A cool bat guy. Giant bat. Chris Cassio, super chat, thank you. Could our protagonist be from the Australia region? Question based on the male character design. I wouldn't be surprised. From what I remember, the leak actually said you start in Australia. Like you start... The one part of Australia that is included in the leaked map is the area around the city of Darwin. Which is... In the region map, it's like the lower right corner. So it's just northwest Australia, not the whole thing. It's like barely 10% of Australia is included. Yeah, Australia on its own doesn't have that many islands. So it's based in Australia or Southeast Asia? Both. So like if you... Let's go to Google. Let's just go to maps. Google... No, that'll dox myself. Google Earth. It feels like it's... You play as Australians... But the region from the region map that got leaked is like here through here. So like it includes Singapore and Malaysia. It includes pretty much all of Indonesia. And it includes this upper part of Australia right here. Like this is the southern, the bottom right part of the whole map is right here. Is that even, am I on screen? Yeah. So like this is the southeast of the whole region. And then it has a little bit of this. It goes up to around here. It doesn't include the Philippines, but it does include like all this. From the leaked region map anyway. But it does make me wonder if like for a DLC, remember how like the Crown Tundra DLC just took the Galar map and scrolled it down to Scotland? It does make me think maybe the DLC map for this game will just scroll us down into Australia or north into the Philippines. 2D artwork for the starters is out already. Nice. So it's the entirety of Oceania minus the Pacific Islands, Southern Australia, and New Zealand. Basically. Like, it also doesn't include the Philippines, or it doesn't include Papua New Guinea also, or any of these over here. It's like, if I had to draw a square, it's like right here. So just a tiny bit of Australia. So, you know, it's Indonesia and its neighbors. Immediate neighbors, pretty much. I wonder if I can find that. Gen 10 leaked map. Yeah, like this. Open image in new tab. This was the leaked image. So, like, you can see, if that's on screen, I'm covering it. There's that tiny, tiny bit of Australia right there. Like, it's literally just enough for one town. But if that's the starting town, then that would explain the protagonists looking more Australian. Whoa. Lots of good chances of DLC maps with this one. I would love to see an Outback Safari Zone. Yeah! Like, a part of me doesn't want Australia to be reserved for just a DLC region as opposed to a full game on its own. But I would still love that. Calling it now, the Pokemon Professor is a gender-flipped Darwin obsessed with evolution or Pokemon who change based on location. Absolutely would, because that is what Darwin City is named after Charles Darwin. And from what I remember, the leaker who leaked this image also said the professor is based on Charles Darwin, but that was all they said about it. Oh, I didn't catch that. Thomas Sprockter, no. Did it say that? I wasn't paying attention. I was so hyped. Water, water, water. A lot of water. A lot of water. Oh. Winds and waves. Yes. Yeah, it does say 2027. Oh no! I mean, oh yay. Because they need to take more time to make these games so that they can make them the best they can be. I want games with worse graphics and more love and time to put into them so people don't have to crunch. They're still crunching, though, because they don't have the budget to pay people for help. 2027. Okay, so we got... I hope that doesn't mean, like, holiday... Because most Pokemon games release... Like most mainlines release towards the end of the year, right? Like holiday. Maybe they're going a bit different with this one, and it's going to be, like, this time next year? Like February, March of next year? Maybe. Either way, that means another year or two before this. Oh gosh, the hype season for 2 years. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, most likely Switch 2 only. As in probably, yeah, absolutely Switch 2 only. I mean, you see how this water looks? The Switch 1 could not handle that water. I wish there wasn't clear pathways underwater. What? Okay, where's the water section? Give me water. Water. Gulp. Gulp. Yeah, I guess you could say that's a pathway. No, okay, it definitely is. They're different textures for that sand versus this sand. It's definitely a building, but which one? But yeah, like this style architecture is very... Well, no, because that also looks like it could very well be Maori. I just need something to latch on, because I don't want to... In the big main video, I don't want to be like, yeah, it's absolutely Indonesia because leaks. Like, I want to be able to point to something in here. The region name you're looking for is Malay Archipelago. Love your work. Thank you, Plain Wes. Love your beard. Malay Archipelago. Malay Archipelago. Yeah! Plus a little bit of Australia. Well, I guess not 100%. Oh, unless we go by this image's definition. Would you just load? Yeah, because this includes the Philippines, but it does also include this, but not Australia. Malay Archipelago definitely is a lot closer than just Southeast Asia. Yeah. It will be interesting. There's a lot of firsts for this. Like I said earlier, it's the first Pokemon region in the Southern Hemisphere. The first one not based in a first world country. And it's the first one... And a part of me thinks they're going to try to sweep this bit under the rug. It's the first country that's Muslim majority. And by like a lot. But I feel like that's probably a thing they're going to try not to make too much of a reference to. There's a whole section in the video I'm working on about that. Because, you know, Pokemon rarely references real religions, but they don't not. Malay Archipelago. There's got to be something in here. Legendary based on Allah. Lock it in. It's a very interesting, like, brand of Islam, though. Like, it's not... Like, it's vaguely similar to, you know, the Middle Eastern stereotypical type, but it's still very much separate in its own thing. Aren't mangroves a very Indonesian thing? True. It's like Indonesia, Florida, and maybe certain parts of Australia have them. Be the Lotus Tower in Sri Lanka. Lotus Tower. Not quite. I do see what you mean. Here's what the Lotus Tower looks like. The image looks much better over here. Hang on. All right, give me a better image. Open image in new tab. Like, I could see inspiration, just because that building... Let's find it again. Where was it? All right, there's that one. Was that the same one, actually? I swear. I am excited for all the lava stuff. Volcanoes are extremely important of the region. Like Southeast Asia and all that. Literally, all of the like top 5 biggest eruptions we know about have happened here. Okay, yeah, so this tall building is also that floating island. Okay, so it might be like Aether Foundation tech, and just this whole thing could just be made up. But yeah, where was that? Yeah, like I see the Lotus top, if we can get to that angle that shows the underside of that top of that building. I could have swore it showed more of the top. Between fire and water, which starter 100% stands up? Oh, that kind. I thought stands up as in like is good and goes up to the plate, but stands up on two legs. I'm gonna guess the lizard will. Actually, I'm gonna guess all three of them are going to stand on two legs by the time they're fully evolved. Have we checked the Japanese logo for the gimmick symbol? I forgot that they did that. Pokemon Winds and Waves logo. Japanese logo. Oh man, everything is just fan art. How is there fan art that's fast? Oh, wait a second. No, that's Pokemon.com. This is the official art. Hey. Love them. Are these Pikachus darker than normal? Like, are they tanned? Oh, I read Brazilian Portuguese, and I'm like, wait, it's based in Brazil? No, it's just Brazilian Portuguese is going to be a supported language. Cool. Stinking tan Pikachus. What is this flower? Is that Indonesia's flower? I just need something to latch onto. Indonesia's national flower. Oh gosh, it is. This is Indonesia's national flower. One, two, three, four, five petals. One, two, or six petals. But it is just simplified for the art. Excuse me. Still waking up. Where does chat keep going? There you are. I am excited for Inteleon 2, yes. The female Pikachu also has pink cheeks instead of red. Where did that go? Closing all these. Close, close. I'll leave that one open. You close. You close. You close. There it is. Do. Oh yeah, they are pink instead of red. Also, unironically, love the cat eye eyeliner. That slays. Is fascism back though? So interestingly, so when the leak stuff started saying Indonesia, I was looking into it. Apparently the idea of Indonesia being fascist is very like iffy. There's like one state in Indonesia that technically falls under that definition, but literally the rest of it isn't. And that was just because that one state was threatening to secede if they didn't get the ability to do that. So Indonesia's like, fine, you can do that, just don't secede. But that's a whole politics thing we're not going to get into. Looney Mated, thank you for the super chat. Hey Lockstin, random request. Next time you discuss Lucario, can you play The Curse of Cleopatra from the PC version of Garfield Caught in the Act? Sure. In fact, I'm going to write that down. Copy. In just a note for now. New text document. Lucario note. Boom. Save. I'll put that in a proper place later. Of course, I can't promise that, but I will try to remember. Cerebi has the Japanese logos. I will go there then. But first, Roz Clear Super Chat. There was a pool shaped like an eye with the rivers stretching down from it in the aerial shot of the big white building, roughly around 139. Roughly around. Okay, no, you're good. 139. Backing up. Backing up. A pool shaped like an eye with the rivers stretching down. This? Or... Oh, this. Yeah. Come on, Throat. Cooperate. Yeah, that is absolutely an eye. Stretching down. That looks like it's something. Oh, also, that's sand. So this while this might be an artificial island, it does definitely have land. Vileplume is there. Oh yeah, was Vileplume shown? Because I mentioned that in the video I'm working on also. That like, oh yeah, by the way, Vileplume totally confirmed, because it's where Vileplume and Tropius are both, like, this is where bananas are from, guys. If you like bananas, they came from Indonesia. And so like if there's ever a time for Tropius to get a new evolution, ever a time for Tropius love, it is now, and if not now, probably never. HMs, thanks for the super chat. I hope Australia still gets a region at some point, though. Absolutely agree. And like, you could just do a callback to this one, you know? Because like, looking at the map, that is such a teeny tiny little part of Australia. It's literally just the city of Darwin. So you could totally have a whole Australia region, and it include that. The other really, really cool thing about this region is it's where chickens come from. Like, every single chicken you have ever eaten descended from the red jungle fowl, which is native to here. So if there's not a new chicken Pokemon, then by God, what are they doing? Chickens are so important. Kingdom and comeuppance? Why is it cutting it off? YouTube won't give me the rest of your name. Well, King and Company, maybe. Thanks for the super chat. Just to be sure, you do know what feng shui literally translates to, right? Oh, I did at one point. I will look it up again, though. What does feng shui mean? Because, like, I know what it is. Literally translates to wind water. Thank you. Okay. Feng Shui, my understanding, having not specifically done too much research into it, is that it's Chinese, right? Granted, China is heavily involved in this part of the world, both historically and today. Yeah, ancient China. How do I... Oh, there we go. Mr. Sasquatch. I love your name. Thanks for the super chat. What if the fire starter evolves into a singing dog? Singing dog. What is that? The New Guinea singing dog. I could see that. It's the right color. this dog. Check the Monas. Could be the building's reference. The Monas. Yeah, they have a bunch of buildings shaped like this. The Monas National Monument. Please load. Open image in new tab. Yeah. I see the inspiration, but it's still not quite direct enough. It's got like... It's like SeaWorld. Game Freak. It was right before the windmill shot, right? No? Tropius! Oh, that's a big old water slide. How does the water get up there? There's nothing putting water into the top of this water slide. Maybe it's not a water slide and it's just a regular slide that's blue. Okay, yeah, that is what it is. There's no, like, animation on it. Wait. That lamp. Hang on. Traditional lamp. Oh, the things I Google. Also, by the entrance of the building, it is just kind of generic Eastern, though. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off now. There's that light. I noticed a... Where did I notice it? Is my mind just making things up? These. Yeah, they kind of... Oh, here we go. Thai. That's a Thai-style wooden lamp. Doodle-doo. Thai-style wooden lamp. Granted, that is just a bit generic. Can I open this image in new tab? And then we'll go up to those... That one. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of generic Eastern lamp, though. With just a little bit of that Southeastern flair. I gotta get my tabs organized. Super chat, thank you, Zero Nashua. Oh, that's the one I read already. But thank you. And Pontifex Mercury. I think that cloud is just a Gyarados, and it's in-game mechanic for locating specific Pokemons with a higher chance of it being shiny. Oh, that could be cool. Magic. On the Pokemon website, Brout is called the Bean Chicken Pokemon. So there you go. New chicken. New chicken. Haha. Are those dog lion creatures only in Chinese mythology? Pomeranian always remind me of mini dog lions. The dog lions, like foo dogs and foo lions, they kind of spread all over. Like, I think they originate in China, but they've, like, adapted as they reach Japan and reach Southeast Asia and all that. Oh, well, it's bean chick. Okay. Chick can... It's just a bird. Bean is interesting, though. Indonesia's biggest crops. I know palm oil is #1. Rice, coconut, sugar, taro, tubers, shallots. Bean. mean, they grow soybeans, but like, who doesn't? Fungi Gamer, thanks for the super chat. If it's an Indonesian Oceania setting, we need a I don't know how to pronounce them, but a Karasu special Pokemon interaction akin to Zoroark. Yeah, the Karasu are awesome. Karasua. Oh, I probably shouldn't show them though. They're very in the video that I'm working on, like right before we talk about the Karasu and related folklore cryptid things, I gotta give like a warning. Like, hey, if you're sensitive to seeing gore, skip to this timestamp kind of deal. Beast of Reincarnation walked so winds and waves could rung, says NS Offline Gaming. I'm looking forward to Beast of Reincarnation, though. I'm curious to see what they do with it. Brout is my least favorite of the starters. It feels like a first route bird Pokemon. I can see that. It does have a little bit more of the cute factor and like that, the shape that starters do compared to Route 1 birds. But yeah. They get different hats depending on which version of the game you play. I also like that they're wearing wetsuits. And they have little, what I assume are going to be little surfboard, boogie board kind of things. Brout, the lively, clumsy bean chick Pokemon. But anyway, let's see. Think. Why are ancient folklore so gory in the first place? Because if you think about it, like before modern medicine, one of the scariest things that could happen to you was like any injury, you know? Like you can get stabbed by a stick in the leg too hard and die because of it, just because you didn't have antibiotics. So like anything that like gets into your head and makes you fear that kind of injury would be helpful. Super chats. Windy Chew and Wavy Chew are professors calling it. Oh god. They like get all Detective Pikachu on you. It's like, these Pikachu can talk. Oh yeah, they are wearing the hats. The same hats as the protagonists. Oh, they also have different colored gloves. Do you think that... Super chat from Gen Zeonator. Thank you. Do you think the water starter could be a Tokay Gecko? Let's look at those. Tokay Gecko. Yeah? Oh, I have seen these guys. I can see it. They got the spots. Honestly, Southeast Asia has so many gosh dang lizards. Least concern. Good. They are everywhere. Tropical Asia to northeastern India. I can see that. Stop scrolling me away, chat. I gotta read the super chat by Graham AC. Guys, Brout is not a kakapo or kiwi. They both have wildly different beak structures. Source, I am from New Zealand. Yeah, I agree. Like, it could evolve into a kiwi. I could see that because, like, specific species change all the time when Pokemon evolve. But as it currently is, there's nothing really screaming that. Like, what if we look... What do kiwi chicks look like? Kiwi chicks. Yeah, they got the beak and the... So I could see it being a kiwi chick with just a significantly shorter beak. It might evolve into one, but it is currently not super one. These Pikachu can talk and have degrees. Look into the flowers to confirm the region. Yeah, I keep feeling like that's what I'm going to have to do. Because that's kind of the only real sticking point. Besides, it's what the very much confirmed leak. Because the leak confirmed the names, it confirmed the setting. And all that. Hope we get a Komodo Dragon Pokemon. Technically, we already do have a Komodo Dragon Pokemon. That's what Komo-o is. Miss Wavy Chew has the same blue eyes as the surfing Pikachu in the anime. We're discovering where he came from before washing up on the Sevi Islands. That's a good point. Thanks for the super chat, Christopher Mitchell. Right. Okay, Cerebi. Do. I hear we have created a pre-release Pokemon page. Bird, dog, gecko, and that's it. Where are the logos, Mr. Cerebi? Joe. Cerebi, Japanese Pokemon logos. Please. No. I am not grand at looking at Cerebi because I almost never do. How do I... Pokemon Winds and Waves. Japanese logo. Oh yeah, I can just look at the Japanese YouTube video. Towards the end. There we go. Yeah, they got like little... Can I zoom? It's like little... Oh, they remind me of Ryments. Ryment. No, not these. Chinese Ryment. Yeah, these things. Is that visible? Where'd OBS go? That's barely visible. I'm going to shrink this so it's more visible. The thing that like a lot of Chinese deities have around their backs. It looks kind of like that. Where was that? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm terrible at tabs. It looks like it could be inspired by that. Which would make sense because they constantly look like they're flowing in the wind, and that's like a big part of their whole deal. Whoa, a big super chat from Devon Hall. Thank you. Or is it Devon Thal? Hear me out. Mew was all over this direct. The dark cloud morphs to more resemble Mew as the camera pans away. They might be retconning the South America thing to have Mew actually be from here. That's a fair theory. Excuse me. They are not shy of retconning things. Super chat from Skyverzool. Usually starters aren't from the region, but I think maybe this time they are. Browlet maybe is a chicken, like you said before. The species are from here. Yeah. I think it's less that starters... Because a lot of the starters are fitting of the region, but they're just not necessarily from. Because, like, Trico, geckos do live in southern Japan. But, yeah, a lot of the time they are related to, but not originating from, said region location. I am curious about that symbol. The big oh no. Jet, move fast. The big building looked like what? The big building looked like what? That's the gimmick? Divine forms? I could see that. From what the leaks were saying, like the leak had a video of the gimmick in action, but only barely. So... And like the name for it, they're like Majin forms. read that. Building. The big building looks kind of like Wat Samfron. Let's look at that. Wat Samfron. Oh, dang! This is really cool. Even if it's not this. This is amazing. Look at this. There's a giant dragon statue around a building. I love that. I love how y'all are calling them Windy Chew already. Puppy Princess Pop, the dragon-shaped cloud appears in the painted art that pans at the start of the trailer. Oh? Oh, like this art? It does! Hang on. That makes it feel like much more important than... No, I can see Gyarados in that, but I don't know. Naga are extremely important to the area. It reminds you of Alola, and it should. I would not be surprised if, like, the entire Alola Dex is available in this game, aside from the legendaries and starters. Windy Chew and Wavy Chew are named on the website. I gotta read the website. Are they actually? Mr. Windy Chew and Miss Wavy Chew. That's amazing. All right, let's read this. Okay. That's not important. Your main character will sport a different outfit. Blah, blah, blah. Brout, the lively, clumsy bean chick Pokemon, or perhaps you'll heat things up with a fire type by picking Pombon, the guileless and friendly puppy Pokemon. If water types are more your speed, then the intelligent water gecko Pokemon, Gekwa, might be the partner for you. It's also intelligent. Uh-oh, because it's going to be water psychic. The trailer also showed off a pair of special Pikachu with a brand new look. And there's a new language. Nice. Maybe the light shining in the logos is related to the ultralight from Ultra Necrozma, but in a new gimmicky way. I could see that. You're starting to get indoctrinated into Brout's cult. Yeah, the 2D art has a lot more personality than what we saw in the trailer. Then again, it usually does. But yeah, I love that it has a fat tail. But yeah, definitely. So it's a feminine water psychic type, a rambunctious fire. I swear if it's firefighting, it can't be firefighting. Maybe fire ground? Dogs like to dig? There's a mythical monster I talk about, a mythical dog that I talk about in the video that we're working on. That its whole thing is it digs really, really good. Or no, it loves caves. It guards caves really, really good. So I was thinking you could mix that with like dogs that like to dig. Hey Noggin, are you going to get that gray Pikachu plushie with the pixel patterns later on? I want to. I have to save money right now though. Our air conditioner broke. I'm still paying it off. The repair of it. By which I mean the replacement of it. Air conditioners are not cheap. So my spending money is basically nothing right now. Fuecoco's eyes! Yes. If we get water psychic, fire ghost or fire dark would make sense. Yeah. I'd like a fire ghost. Like the wispy fur. The wispy fur I can easily see turning into like ghostly wisps and stuff. There was a shot of Ponbon in a cave in the trailer. No, okay. Chat, you're grand. Making connections that I am too... I don't want the stream anymore. Give me the actual... Yes. A Ponbon in a cave. Bunch of cuties. Brought by a waterfall. Yeah, he's in a cave. You're right. Granted, that could just be because it's a lava tube. That's another interesting thing about Indonesia because of how much geothermal activity. I guess that is a term. Just because of how much volcanoes and stuff are there, they have so many gosh dang caves. Another fun fact about Indonesia is like all of the oldest human-made art we know about is from there because they have so many caves, and those caves like get sealed from rising sea levels or just like entrance collapses. All the stuff inside of the caves gets like preserved like a can. So we have like 68,000-year-old cave art. In Indonesia, it's like 5 of the top 10 oldest artworks that we know of are all in Indonesia. So I'm definitely expecting like more ancient Pokemon, like Claydol, Sigilif, those kinds of mon. I could see Fire Rock actually. Pombon. It's definitely a Pomeranian Bonbon. Does Bonbon have any other meanings? Bonbon. Beyond Bon, yes. Bon. Yeah, little confectionaries. Just because it's cute. Look into that more when I wake up better. Bonbon evolves into a Tibetan Mastiff. I would love that. Again, in the video we're working on already, I mentioned Tibet a couple times. Just because they had a lot of influence on this region in like the Middle Ages. Actually, what are the borders of the Majapahit Empire? What were your borders at the biggest? Oh, okay, so pretty much. Huh. Yeah. The Majapahit. Boom, boom. Fire food type. Majapahit's such a fun word. Also, they're one of my favorite civilizations to play as in Civilization 6. Look up fat-tailed geckos. Will do. I know most geckos can get fat tails, though they're not necessarily healthy with those. Yeah. Look at that fat thing. I have a friend that has a bunch of geckos and even like fosters some, and he got one from an owner that just couldn't take care of it anymore, but it had the fattest tail. It was an obese gecko. And they store their fat in their tails, so like the tail was bigger than the rest of its body. The poor thing. If they made them fire, dark / water psychic and grass fighting, you'd have a multi-level type triangle where each one is strong against the other two. Yeah. It's just a no. Oh, wait, no, okay. I was thinking, yeah, but they literally did that in Gen 6. But no, the secondary types were swapped around. It was fire psychic and water dark and grass fighting. So grass fighting's the same, but we have 3 firefighting type starters, so it's okay if they repeat types, guys. Hourglass Gecko. Is that a guy? Hourglass Gecko. He's just saying hourglass-shaped ones. Super chat from Pay 10,000. Do you think that New Zealand is going... Excuse me. It's still the early morning. Do you think that New Zealand is going to be used as a DLC? And also, what regional forms do you want to see? I wouldn't be surprised if New Zealand was DLC, though I am more so convinced that it's going to be the Philippines, or it'll scroll down a bit into Australia a little bit more. Just because, like, the game is obviously has a high emphasis on water exploration, and the Philippines is more of that. And also, it's, like, just north on the map. So you just scroll up north, and whoa, it's more islands to explore, all the waters have. And, like, New Zealand would have that too, just not as much. because New Zealand is primarily 2 islands, whereas the Philippines is like a gosh dang stinking million of them. This might be random, but I thought of the Kintamani dog. Kintamani dog. Oh yeah, look at these cuties. From Bali? Kintamani Bali dog. From Bali. Yeah, that's literally here. Yeah. A dog breed native to the Indonesian island of Bali. Yeah. By the way, is it pronounced? It's pronounced archipelago, right? Like a bunch of islands that they are. Archipelago. My mind always wants me to read it as archipelagio. Even though that's literally not it, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Now is definitely a time for a mosquito Pokemon that isn't an Ultra Beast. 2 DLCs? One goes up, one goes down? I can definitely see that. Do you think the dive ball would work like in older games now? Yes. And I see chat is agreeing with you. Oh, unless they're talking about me pronouncing archipelago right. Oh gosh, what is the delay? Wait, is Gen 10 based on Indonesia or is that just speculation? It's kind of half and half. Like, the trailer didn't really confirm it, but like, look at the leaked map. It's literally Indonesia with surrounding countries. Like, you got Malaysia up here. You got a tiny bit of Australia down here. Singapore is somewhere up here. Timor-Leste is its own country technically too. So really it's the Southeast Asian archipelago. Massive delay. Egad, I specifically told it I want low latency, low delay. I'm sorry. I am not that... I'm a boomer when it comes to streaming. Where did this map come from? It was leaked months ago. Like, a few weeks after ZA came out, there was a big wind and wave leak, which included a lot of video footage too. And so, like, the trailer absolutely confirms the leak. But there's nothing, like, in the video itself. We get a mosquito Pokemon that gives Pokerus, says Gen Zionator. Thank you for the super chat. I agree. Didn't they get rid of... I think they got rid of Pokerus in one of the more recent games. Richard Camo? Richard Camo 618, thank you for the super chat. With how much water exploration there could be, are there any underwater civilizations speculated in the region? That's a good question. I know that with like rising sea levels as the Ice Age ended, a lot of ancient stuff is under the water now. Because interestingly, Indonesia is also one of those areas that like humans lived here way early. Like humans originated in Africa, then basically went slightly into the Middle East and then India and then around to Indonesia and then to Australia way before we got to like Europe. Which looking at a map looks kind of funny, but you have to remember the Ice Age was happening. Most of Europe was a giant glacier. What's the chance of Brout turning into a hornbill? I don't want to say none, but I feel like a hornbill would work better as like a toucan variant. Even though, fun fact, toucans and hornbills are not at all closely related. It's an example of convergent evolution. They both fill the same niche, even though they're not related. Like toucans and woodpeckers are related, hence picky peck to toucanon. But hornbills are their own thing entirely. Map has an hourglass shape. Sky Verzul, thank you for the super chat. Map has an hourglass shape, a propose. A purpose? Hourglass gecko. Huh? Sorry, I don't understand. So sad we'll never, ever, ever get an African region. I wouldn't say never, but it does feel like one that they would try to stay away from. But then again, honestly, Indonesia was also a country that I thought would be really cool, but they wouldn't want to do just because there's too much iffy stuff that goes on there. But here we are. New fave starter. So far, like if, I guess without knowing what they evolve into, I would go with the gecko. I just really hope that they would not just make it another Inteleon. It does have a fat tail. Maybe instead of super thin, sticky Inteleon, it's going to be like a fat lotus pose, meditating gecko, water psychic type. Look up Kumari Kondam. I'm going to leave that. Yeah, I'll leave this tab open. Kumari Kondam. Oh, yeah, Lemuria. I grew up in an area that is like super conspiracy. Like, they believe in my hometown, there's like a not, I wouldn't say a cult, but there's like a large belief that the Lemurians from Lemuria were interdimensional aliens, and now they live inside of Mount Shasta, which was like the big mountain by my hometown. RPK96, thanks for the super chat. Surprised we don't have a part rock type starter. Hope Ponbon will be it. That would be cool. It'd be fun if like all three of the starters, like their final evolutions are like 4 times weak to the, you know, like fire rock would be 4 times weak to water. The water type one could be water mixed with something else that's weak to grass, but doesn't resist fire. I guess it'd be tricky to do that, but it would be fun. I would like that. Super chat from Woofnik, thank you. Gekwa could be a species found in sea, SEA, Southeast Asia, yes, called the maritime gecko, aka the morning gecko. It's an all-female species, might be worth looking into. I will look it up. Maritime gecko. Little cuties. That's a leopard gecko. Also just known as tropical house geckos. Are they like the generic gecko? Okay, not you. The maritime gecko. Lepidodactylus lugubrious. I respect your folklore knowledge very highly. It's impressive how many things actually do properly inspire Pokemon and how they frame their regions. Thank you for the compliment. And also, I agree. That's I think that's the main reason I like Pokemon so much. Like, there's so many gosh dang creature collectors and monster tamer games these days, but it feels like the majority of them are just like, it's a dog and we put lightning on it. Whoa, it's a fish and it's got a horn. You know, Pokemon, at least nowadays, puts a stinking gosh dang lot of reasoning into why they designed them the way they do. That's not to say Pokemon's the only one that does that. Like, from what I've gathered from the recent burst of Digimon research I've been doing, Digimon does that plenty too, but I feel like Pokemon does a better job at simplifying it. Digimon has too much, like, it's Shivamon. It's based on Shiva, so it's literally Shiva. You know? Skybolt Super Chat, thank you. So depending on when Wave and Wind release, Scarlet and Violet might become the longest generation. That's a good point. Gen 9 might be super long. Though I feel like there was a lot of time between Gen 1 and 2, but that was so long ago that it basically doesn't count. Garuda and Naga will absolutely be Pokemon, yes. Miss Jade's a lot. I hope Ponbon is Fire Fairy because that is currently an unused type combo and it would fit its cute appearance. I agree. Oh yeah, especially because like its name Ponbon. It's a Pomeranian bonfire, but it definitely invokes bonbons, you know, the little chocolate delicious things. A lot of fairy types are based on sweet food, you know? Or are involved with sweet things, sweet scents. Brout could be the barred eagle owl. Oh, look. Oh, because of the eyebrows. Abso-freaking-lutely. Though that would mean another... maybe it just has elements of it. It feels like a bit much to be another grass owl starter in another tropical region, you know? But if it's just taking the eyebrows from this guy, that's totally fine. As long as it evolves into a different bird. Yeah, Digimon and SMT are very different in their monster designs. Only the gameplay is similar. Yeah, but I feel like that's the main reason I'm not super into like SMT or Digimon designs as much. Just because they're a little too... It's just the thing. Rowlet 2! The Philippine Eagle. Philippine Eagle. Oh, yeah. That big fluffy head could easily translate to those eyebrows. The Kakapo parrot. I have heard of them. Kakapo. Yeah, these dudes. They're really cute. And they're green. That just screams grass type. They don't have the eyebrows, but they're green and they're little dudes. They walk around. They're flightless, right? Garuda, the wind and Naga, the wave, perhaps? Could be. Garuda are these guys? Yeah. I can absolutely see that. Also, Magmar absolutely in this game, if it wasn't in the trailer already. Because it's partially based on these. Ponbon becomes a griffin. Try Javan Hawk Eagle. Javan Hawk Eagle. Yeah, these guys. Look at those feathers. Wah. I'm going to leave for now, but I enjoyed the stream. Looking forward to theory videos. Thank you, Ripper Ohan. Speaking of, I gotta get to work on that, so I'm going to go ahead and get off as well, so I can focus. Look up Barong Asu. I'll do that first, though. Barong Asu. Yeah, this guy. From what I remember, Entei is partially inspired by him. I don't remember how exactly, though. Something to do with stuff. But okay. Yeah, I gotta start writing a script and figuring out... Cause I definitely have to edit some things on that video that we were already working on. Because the trailer kind of changed it. Like, the video mentions, like, oh yeah, Tropius, absolutely confirmed. But now that it's literally in the trailer video, like, I don't need to say that. Okay. I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for all the super chats. Y'all are amazing. Keep subscribed and keep in tune for videos. I'm still waking up. I need a second energy drink.